All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, episode 8. All right.
This show is so wonderful.
It's pure joy.
Mm-hmm.
It's
pure
stupid.
And chaos and insanity. And I love it. And the last episode, we got a very up-close and personal perspective on the outlook of artists. And that really, when it comes right down to it, nothing matters.
Nothing matters
if they're able to get the poses they need.
Exactly.
You know? And that's just how it is. Anything else, small price to pay.
Yep.
And damn it, why couldn't Nozaki have been born as a cute Bishoujo type character? Damn it. Curse these muscles.
Yes, curse these masculine features.
Right. Hey, Sakura, would you wear this for me?
Right. Tag yourself. I'm Mikarin.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so now what antics will we get into in this episode? Who's to say? Who knows? You know?
Will Sakura begin to hope again? Hope eternal.
Will Guts ever defeat Griffith? You know?
Yes, we shall see. But I particularly, my particular thing I think I want to experience once more is just the sound of that name stretched out with that syllable at the end. KASHIMA! Like that's where I'm at right now. I would like for that dynamic.
That would be rather nice.
It would be nice. So yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
あれ先輩って野崎くんの漫画持ち歩いてるんですか？
ああ、背景描くときの資料で使うからな。
Okay.
カバンを落としたりしたら困りませんか？先輩のイメージ的に。手放すことなんてそうそうないから大丈夫だって。
This episode, he will let go of it. Yes! What? He literally yeeted the bag!
Yeah.
Dead! Dead! Kashima is dead! Extra girth and weight to it as well.
飛んできたカバンからえらいもんが出てきました。
恋しよ。
なんだろう。前は全く違うジャンルのものを見てる
Yeah, it could be like that.
お、恋しようじゃねえ
Ends
か。
up getting really into
知
it.
ってるの？
Perfect. The circle is now complete.
まさかの
Right.
ダンス高校生バイブルか。
ちなみに132ページの右上の花は琉金か。花言葉は必ず幸福だぜ。
暗記するレベルで。
And it has a note in.
つまり主人公と同じようにこの男に憧れるってわけだよね。
そうだよ。
顔が良くて頭が良くて運動神経抜群の優しい男で間違いない？
まあそうだな。
じゃあなんで私が
Indeed.
Oh, yes, Nozaki.
Exhibit
こ
A.
れ知ってる？感想ってどう？
読んだ。
Oh my god.
しまった。トーンの張り忘れ。この伏線まだ回収してないな。このシーンはなかなかよくできたぞ。恥ずかしさと後悔に押しつぶされそうになりつつも、たまに己の成長を感じ、薄めで覗きながら結局愛はあるみたいな。
Praise Nozaki! Praise this man! Holy shit!
Green is just so good.
読み合わせ付き合ってもらえます？
おう、いいぞ。
おお、なんという優しいお言葉。
それであなたの手が許されるのなら、ああ、なんて素敵な方なのかしら。
やっぱり女の子役読んでても別に変わりないよな。
しかしあの鹿島がやる気を出す。今日の出会いは
He's actually gonna fall in love.
He's literally feeling this.
いつかいらしてね。
Yeah.
すごく嬉しそうだ。
なんだよ鹿島、王子役は不満か。
この数日間で気づいてしまった先輩の願い。私がちゃんと叶えてあげますよ。
It's so earnest.
堀さんをお姫様役に推薦します。
Dead!
Yeah.
Blood! She looks so happy!
Yeah.
Why is she so happy?
ま、ホワイトボードって意外と飛ぶよね。これはただの照れ隠し。
Right.
Definitely.
先輩の本当の気持ち、私だけは分かってあげてるつもりだよ。
なんか鹿島に嫌われたらしい。すげえ
Oh
言わ
god.
せされた。
先輩に出会うと思って。
Yeah. See it all from his perspective, yeah.
今日はスカートです。小物もどうぞ。
全部合わせて。
She's trying to be supportive
めちゃくちゃセンスいいんだよ。あいつすごくね。なんでちょっと好感度。
Yeah.
There's a lot of thought being put into it.
Right. It's care and attention.
It's genuine, even if
genuine.
maybe
Yeah.
misguided.
Misguided as all hell, but it's amazing.
難しいな。
やっぱり背景描くのって難しいんですか？
あ、いや、この指定なんだけどよ。決めれば早いんだが。学校のどこか適当になんかいい感じに。
Oh my god.
まあここの場面か。多分教室か下駄箱あたりがいいんじゃないかな。でも次の場面だと体育館にいるな。まあどこも大きく言えば学校内だから。
私が思うにここは渡り廊下で向こうから鈴木くんが来て、
でマミコが教室から出てくるって感じですかね。
Such a scuffed,
Yep.
scuffed manga.
それでいこう。
HORI先輩。
ああ、二人ともいいから気にすんな。そうだぞ。
There's submissions like, please take our best
俺
efforts.
たちが頑張っても意味ないからな。お前はもう少し頑張れ。
Yeah, you should be learning
Yeah, you're
this.
the artist.
まあ背景は100歩譲ってこのままでいいさ。
他に何かあるんですか？
こっちを見てくれ。
どうしよう。鈴木くんと隣の席なんて右肩が熱いよ。
はい。
そんなこんなところで。
ヒュー
もうからかわないで。
今度は二人で来ようよ。
鈴木くん、お前ら何回席替えしてんだよ。でもそういうのは担当さんに任せれば。
何言ってるんだ。前野さんが気づくわけないだろ。
二人揃ってほんとダメだな。でも今は担当はケンさんだよ。宮前さんならちゃんと気づいてくれるんじゃないかな。
ケンさんにそんな見た目を見せろと。
見せなよ。
いい機会だから野崎。
I would never want to disappoint him. No.
ここ裏庭な。それっぽく見えりゃいいから適当に。先輩、適当って何ですか？やるからにはきっちりやりますよ。プロですから。そうか。
Sure.
なんだかんだで真面目なやつだな。
Yeah. All right. Here's the setup. Let's go.
できました。鈴木浮いてる浮いてる。じゃあこれで。このコマ鈴木低くないか。今マミコが箱に乗っている。
On the box. The floating box.
Yep.
これはマミコ以外のクラスメイト全員箱に乗ってます。箱って常に箱携帯してる高校生がいるか。すみません。ちゃんと説明加えておきます、
An
ね。
explanation. No.
私たちの周りでは。
No. No.
そうだ。写真に撮ってそれを見て書くのはどう？
なる
Ah.
ほど。
Yeah.
それなら先輩の負担が減りそうだな。
じゃあ早速撮りに行こう。こ
Oh.
のシーンはどこ？
ここは、ちょっと先輩に聞いてくる。じゃあ野崎が鈴木でさくらがマミコの代わりな。
ちょっと待って。これってツーショット？
Keep thinking that it's actually for work.
さくらが消えた。身長差的には俺とさくらの方がいいか。
そうですね。お願いします。
じゃあ俺がカメラを。配置も身長差も似てるのに何か惜しいな。もう少しこう上に。そうだ。あれ
We had a box. Yeah.
また箱かよ。廊下の背景は。
先輩。
またあの少女漫画だ。
Ugh.
あんな真剣に読んでる。
あった。野崎、これを見ろ。はい。
野崎に見せてんの？
これをよく見て真似すりゃいいから。お前ならできる。はい。
先輩今日お泊まりなんですか？
ああ。
そんなにギリギリなんですか？
まあ念のためにな。珍しいことじゃねえよ。
野崎くん、背景をかけるように。
Yeah. Yeah.
なる。ぜひ泊まっていってくれ。花瓶なら俺の膝枕で。
私、背景かけるようになりたいです。絶対に。
僕らはあの日のことを知る必要がある。いや、知らなきゃいけないと思うんだ。
私は知りたくないわ。
彼はこの村が嫌になって出て行った
Such
だけよ。
acting.
満月のあの日村外れの教会に大人たちが集まって穴を掘っている
ジョ
のを
バンニ、あの日は外に出ちゃダメだって大人たちにきつく言われていたじゃないの。
ああ、それはとっても大きな穴だった。大人一人が余裕で入って
終わり。ちょっと休憩にしようか。
Yep.
昨日野崎の家泊まったから。
あれ、届かない。
ああ、それ使って。
A box.
だから箱に乗る。
Oh no. Oh no.
あの、
Yes.
それ私がやってもい
Hold
いです
him.
か？
Hold him in your arms. Yes.
なんだかんだ言っても堀ちゃんのこと好きだよな。
Yep.
鹿島くん。
That's right.
さあ先輩、私がお姫様抱っこしてあげますよ。でもご安心を。王子がダメなら馬にな
I'll
り
be
ま
a
す
horse.
よ。先輩に
Yes.
ぴったりの優雅で高貴な。
牛？
やべえ、馬じゃない、これ牛だ。
This is amazing. Oh, out of breath.
And now she's dead tired too.
Collapsing in bed next to each other.
Oh no. Oh my.
やだな。私ですよ、先輩。
Boom
先
boom.
輩、
Doki doki.
やっぱり背景全部やってやるよ。
He's fired
その
up.
代わり次の脚本、牛にされた王子の話書いて。
Oh. Oh.
いいですよ。牛？
Eh?
呪い解けるシーンは派手にな。牛。
Yeah!
adorable?
Yes!
Isn't that so cute?
That was amazing! Oh, I literally got everything I wanted this episode.
You're like,
Holy
oh
shit.
man, I want to hear
Kashima!
Yeah. Again. And hey,
堀先輩も最初は鹿島くんのこと一瞬でも男の子って思いました？
ああ、そうだな。
Flashback, flashback, flashback.
まあいいヒーローになるぜ。
え、マジですか？
着替えは更衣室な。
は
お前女かよ。いや、あんな時はびっくりしたのなんのって。
ーい。気づくタイミングおかしい。
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
how did it get that far? Isn't this show
What is
wonderful?
there to say? But this just show
Yeah,
is just
like, it-
wonderful. It's so ridiculous. It's
Yep.
so silly and wholesome.
Over the top, hilarious,
And yet
sweet.
I care
all at
about
the same
every
time.
single character.
Yeah.
I care about
Uh-huh.
every single character so
Right.
much. Like, I
Like-
love Kashima, like, especially because yes, man, I get it. I get it. But the stuff with Kashima, like, did I say Kashima already?
You did.
I did?
Which-
Okay, sorry, I meant to say Hori senpai.
Ah, okay.
Hori senpai.
Yeah.
But with Kashima, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, everything about her almost like just
She's so earnest, right?
so,
like,
yeah, just so earnest and
and yet she causes so much trouble for
yeah,
him.
I don't really know how to describe it, but she's just dedicated,
Right,
And,
like-
and just so passionate, and yet has very very little, like, you know, self-awareness, you know?
Right. Like it's one of those things where these characters are all bakas. They are terrible, terrible bakas.
Right.
Absolute idiots. But there are idiots. And the thing is that I think the way that their ridiculousness can be kept so entertaining
Right.
is because they are actively trying really hard. And they'll think they're doing a good job.
Yes.
Right? They'll be like, I get it now.
Yeah.
I understand Senpai's feelings.
So much,
Right?
yeah.
You know? I'm on his wavelength. We are like,
like
this.
this, yeah.
We are talking our own secret language. No,
No.
you're not.
No, not.
You're really not.
Not even
And
remotely.
so it's that aspect of like comedy, but also like that little bit of maybe relatability of like those times when maybe we were, you know, figuring out how to do the whole social thing, right? And you think you totally got it, and you start to make assumptions and things, and no,
Yeah.
it doesn't go the way that you think. But thankfully, because this is a comedy anime, it's all for fun antics, in the end, right?
Right.
No actual hurt ends up happening. And if it is, well, it's just because someone got a book bag yeeted at them, but they're going to recover in 2 seconds because anime.
Yeah. I actually really like that they keep re-emphasizing the idea that a lot of the archetypes that the characters occupy are typically gender swapped from where they are currently. So this is a gender swap on the typical archetypes. So, of course, Kashima is in some ways like the tsundere, who's just like absolutely bothered the heck out of by Kashima, but absolutely is in love with her.
Right.
And wishes he could actually like communicate his feelings. But it's also that he's also just the dutiful one who's like, I'm going to make sure that everything gets on track.
So much so that when
chaotic Kashima.
Exactly. So much so that when she shows the slightest hint of being dutiful herself, he is head over heels for her, right?
Yep.
Whether it's her actually showing enthusiasm for the work in the drama club,
right,
or putting on a bull mask and carrying him to the nurse's office,
steering him around,
yes,
school.
As chaotic and crazy as it is, like it's a rodeo. Who cares if it's silly or whatever? Because damn it, this was her being genuine and putting a lot of effort into the relationship that maybe he feels goes unappreciated a lot of the time.
Yes,
since,
indeed.
He does a lot of the legwork. But
just like with Nozaki, where finds out Nozaki really can't not only draw backgrounds, but he makes them draw backgrounds with literally no prompts.
Yeah.
Just like actually barely anything. So it's not even that he can't draw backgrounds, because we already knew that.
Yeah, and technically the backgrounds that he was drawing, there wasn't any problem with the backgrounds themselves. It was just how they fit into the rest of the drawing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he would just put drawings on white and then basically be like, yes, this seems about right. But scale, depth, all kinds of other stuff there.
Do you think maybe backgrounds might be important to possibly have done first, since it's a world that the characters inhabit? I don't know if that's how
No, I would say it's generally the opposite.
Sure.
I would say generally characters first.
Right, but I feel like you'd need to have some kind of rough sketch or something. That way you can just be like, this is where the stuff takes place,
Yeah, I could see it being a thing where you basically clear out one page and then you find a way to overlay it, and then you erase the lines that have the bits that are overlapping the characters on some level.
Right. Keep the interactions between the characters fairly straightforward and simple, so that the people doing the backgrounds don't have to do any crazy mental gymnastics to be like, okay, what kind of convoluted environment would they need to be in order for the set to actually work? But
true.
Yeah.
But all right. Favorite couple so far by far.
I mean, oh yeah, because they're the only real couple in this show. Like,
that's
kind of like there's sort of that whole thing with
Seo.
with Seo and Waka.
Yeah, Waka.
But I mean, these are the real couple.
Right? Is the real couple right there, and Sakura and Nozaki are bumbling their way through this, and Sakura even now realizing, wait a minute.
I could stay the night if I was drawing backgrounds.
Spend the night? And I'll get to him to have him say, please spend the night here. Here's a toothbrush,
Yeah.
And it's like,
Sakura, again, I admire your gumption and your tenacity, but I feel like that actually might be something that you wouldn't want, because that would just be too much for your heart. To have him be like, yes, please spend the night.
Right.
And we will be very productive in our work. We will be pulling an all-nighter. And it will mean so much to me that you work on my manga with me. And that's it. Thank you for your contributions.
Watch Nozaki be like talking to Hori or Mikorin and have this moment of like, do you think she potentially like is doing this for something more than just being my fan? Oh God, I hope I'm not like giving her the wrong impression or something.
Right.
And then they're gonna be like, oh God, oh no. Oh,
he's becoming self-aware.
Oh no. And he's like, no, that can't be it. And then he just moves on.
He gets to that point, and then he somehow misunderstands things, in that the thing that she is like after or whatever is something completely other than romance somehow, Yeah.
I loved also the bit where he was realizing like, we could have the editor deal with this. There's no way Mayano-san would have noticed. It's so condescending. it's like, well, what about Ken-san, you know? And he's all like, you think I would give such a horrible storyboard to Ken-san? It's like,
not on your life.
I see how it is. But then all the way tying back into the fact that the boxes then scales over the situation with Hori to then seeing Hori have
because
have Kashima step on a box to go grab something, and he's so triggered by seeing boxes that he has like a fucking heart attack or whatever. He's like, no
more boxes.
Nearly kills her and then knocks himself out.
Thankfully, you know, Kashima has put up with a lot worse from Hori, all things considered.
True.
So a simple, you know, spill, you know, that's no big deal.
I also love the idea that he's hiding the shoujo manga and reading it in places where, you know, no one else would see.
Exactly.
But then the idea is that this is a boys' Bible, if you will, in high school. So when she sees Nozaki like talking about it, and she's like,
she asks him about it.
Wait, is this what he wants?
Oh man, that's
God.
Like, and that's
such peak like comedy for this story.
I feel like that is a perfect example of just how dense Nozaki is. Because like let's think about this for a second, right?
Okay.
Someone comes up to you at school that's a friend of yours and asks you, what are your opinions of your manga? Right? Like, and he never thinks to mention, I mean, I write it, you know, I draw it, you know, like he's just, well, usually what I think when I'm done with it is, oh no, this part isn't done. This subplot needs to be tied in somehow.
This forever.
Yeah, I think that drawing could have been done a bit better.
But it might grow me as a person or what have you.
Yeah, exactly, right. And he just goes on this long poetic tirade.
I realized that, there is actual love. Like, love is actually, like, you know, possible. It is a thing.
Yep. And then, meanwhile, of course, Kashima is just like, what is this emotional depth and complexity I'm seeing from Nozaki? I have never seen this before from this brick in my life.
Yeah.
And then, of course, her being tender to Hori.
And designing an outfit.
For him.
Beautiful.
Only in anime. You know, like...
it's just so perfect.
You can track with all of the, like, little logic leaps and misunderstandings that the characters in this show have. While at the same time, you know, being able to appreciate from the perspective of the person who is on the outside, right? All of this stuff happening to them. And I love how are completely confused.
Yeah, I love how Mikurin was kind of the glue stitching a lot of this together. And then she would take what he said like very, very literally, even though Mikurin is also like a himbo, like in the utmost, you know, variety. Like, like wanting to be the heroine. And that's kind of like his like,
I don't sure.
You know? I mean, yes, absolutely.
No, what are you talking about, Caleb? Look at that face. That is the most serious, scholarly, like wise expression that a human
is
can
one
bear.
of the wisest people in this whole story.
That's
because he's actually the most normal.
Yep. Yeah. It's crazy to think about, but he is.
So the fact that him and Kashima are friends is just wonderful. But I also just love like, like that looks a bit extreme. He's like, really? You know, whiteboards fly pretty well, I found out.
And he doesn't even bat an eye at that. Like, at just that off comment. It's just, okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah, right. All right, sure.
Another day. Yep.
Whiteboards
and we got
decline.
Backstory for Kashima and Hori at the end of the episode.
Okay. So that's funny, but it's also something that I find kind of sad in the idea that Kashima might have liked him immediately. And like ever since that point when they met, Hori said, I think you would make a great hero.
Right.
Like you make an awesome hero. And she was just kind of like, okay, like it's nice to meet you. And then like excitement, like even the shock, you know, animation bit was a little crown, you know, and it's like, what? Oh, seriously? And it's just like, I mean, you know, we get what the joke is, but just like the fact that there's all this positive interactions and stuff like that.
Yeah, even to the point of him going into, I believe, the girls' dressing room and not even realizing it because they were the only two in there.
Right. Yeah.
And she's, I guess, is just so like excited to be like, oh yeah, hey, let's talk and hang out and stuff, that she doesn't even let him know. By the way, this is the girls' dressing room.
Right, and also not even that. This all ties into the idea that she's like, oh wow, maybe he does want to be the heroine.
Sure.
Maybe he does want to be the princess and have moments where I can be his prince.
Right.
Oh, I will absolutely be the prince for you, baby. Like I
It's
think
bringing the gender swap on the tropes and pulling it into the actual universe, right?
Yes.
Where the characters are actually like, yes.
And there's reason to believe that they believe it. Like it's
Right.
so perfect. And the way she's almost like, wait, you just now like realizing this? Like,
yeah. What? Okay. This whole time.
What kind of timing is that to realize it?
Yeah.
Oh. But then of course it's really fun to have a relationship dynamic in this story where all the other characters can pretty much tell, oh yeah, they like each other. Like they like each other.
Right.
Yeah, that's a thing. But then the main relationship pairing in this story, nobody can tell that either likes the other.
Yeah, because Nozaki is just
they're both so incapable
hard
of
to read.
expressing those kinds of things.
Right. Yeah, and I feel like some people might be able to tell that Sakura likes Nozaki.
The difference, though, is that most of the stuff that happened in the beginning with Sakura and Nozaki happened when they were alone.
That's true. That's very
so
true.
Now it just actually seems like they're really good friends.
Right, because all of the times that are romantic and all that stuff are going to be the times when they're alone, because she's not going to want to confess her feelings when other people are around.
Yeah, exactly.
She wants it to be just the two of them.
Which reinforces the idea that this will never develop because it's something where none of the other characters are going to help ally her with her in this struggle.
See, it's like poetry. It rhymes. It's just this circle that just keeps going forever.
Beating heart right next to him that's bleeding on the pages, just being like, please notice me, senpai.
I love you.
Daisuke.
Yep.
The moon, you know?
Right. Yep. And you know, who knows how this ends up going in the manga, right? Because the manga apparently is still ongoing and everything. It could totally be possible that, like, you know, a ways after this point, it actually gets to the point where the two of them get together. Or, you know,
like,
or
there's more
just
hope
continue.
for Tadano and Komi than there is for
God damn.
Like a lot more.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Actually, have you caught up with the
No, I'm only 6 volumes in still. I need to read more. I need to read more.
Bro.
I know.
Bro, like it's really good. But anyway, it's a different story. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.